friends, welcome back to A Kiki with Kita. Listen, it's the next day. It's Saturday, October 11th. More details. You see, more details about Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband Eddie Osefo, how they were arrested and indicted on insurance fraud charges. Let's get into it, because if you missed the press conference, I'm going to try to give you a bunch of details. Let's make it quick. All right. So, Carroll County, Northern Maryland. The initial call came from Eddie when they returned from their, so it looks like a spring break trip or a family trip they take in April. I think somewhere along the way, it was called a spring break trip. Excuse me. Eddie called about a possible burglarization of their house. Sorry, messed up that word. From either April 2nd to April 7th, stating that their house, actually the specific room, had been ransacked, and that someone would have entered through a second floor door or window, etc. No. Hold on, let me not even jump around. Okay. So of course, that means that nobody was home. Okay. That's number one, meaning no one was home, no one was around, etc. Mind you, they have cameras inside and outside the house, and I'm going to get to this. The family claimed at least $200,000 worth of purses and jewelry was stolen. When police arrived, they noticed that it wasn't as ransacked as it should have been if it was an authentic crime scene. If someone came through your house through the second floor, there would be a ladder, the grass would be messed up, the screen would be removed. that was sign number one. This was a lie. Okay. Two, you have cameras inside and outside of your house. The sheriff at the press conference said they noticed that there was no detection of motion, no screen shift. There was not, the Ring camera didn't pick up anything. Your cameras inside of the house didn't pick up anything. How did this happen? Right? Come on now. No activity. Then the neighbors. Your neighbors have cameras. No activity. Wendy girl. Eddie. Y'all supposed to be smarter than this. Y'all could have hired somebody to break in your house, so there at least be some motion. It's enough people around here with dirty tags, paper tags, hell, Virginia tags. That seems to be the trend. That you could have hired to break in your house, God. What y'all doing? Nevertheless, I don't want to tell y'all how to do y'all's business. Well, actually, somebody should have told y'all how to do it, because you didn't do a good job. So, you went in. So, the only rooms that were messed up in the house was just y'all's bedroom. They didn't take the kids' room, the living room. They didn't take a TV. Nothing. They just went upstairs. So, you tried to set it up so it looks like an insider job? Come on, Wendy. We better than this. We better than this. No sign of forced entry either. Break a knob off. Come on, Wendy. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so so of course, as I said, the Osefos reported the thief would have entered through the second floor. They found no evidence. They found no footprints, no entry of screen. I bet the screen was, y'all didn't take the screen. I know you didn't take the screen off, because you didn't even think it through. You can have a ladder thrown next door, nothing. Anyway. But the room was ransacked, so that was supposed to signal something. Girl, these people are smart. The cops get a bad rap, okay? But these detectives and these cops, they know what's up, okay? They know what's up. They know what to look for. Side note, too, this area that they're in, way up in Carroll County, way up there, has very little crime. So to even say that, oh, we were targeted, girl, no. That doesn't even make sense, no. But because, Eddie, the Osefos, Eddie and Dr. Wendy, they claimed so much, right? Almost over 200K. Really was ended up more than that. The police had to bring in other help because of the dollar amount. The sheriff also kept mentioning that, right? Anyway, so they called the insurance companies. The insurance companies has their detectives or their research investigators, excuse me. They have their investigators. The police department, they're all working together. Already looking suspicious, right? I was 5 minutes into the press conference and I was like, girl, y'all didn't ruffle the grass? Oh, I was so upset. Anyway, later that week, the reports it was seen that Wendy, oh, okay, here we go. I'm looking at my notes, so if I'm all over the place, I'm sorry, y'all. Later on that week, Wendy makes again the mistake of posting on social media pictures with either the jewelry, I think it was a wedding band in particular that she mentions, and maybe like a bracelet or a purse or something like that. They keep making reference to a wedding band, right? Or yeah, a diamond wedding band. This diamond wedding band was reported missing. However, she's shown on social media and in different interviews later that week with it on. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a pass because there are duplicates, right? You could have had a duplicate or a fake made for when you're out in public. If it gets lost, at least the fake got lost and not your real piece. Okay, I'm gonna give you a pass, but that's still a red flag to the professionals, right? Okay. You can see in my face, I'm just all around disappointed. Then, as the detectives are doing their research and kind of red flags are being posted, kind of signaling to the professionals, somewhere along the way, the detectives started searching your social media too. They started searching your emails. They find emails of discussions between Dr. Wendy and Eddie, stating along the lines of, are there additional items we can add to max out our policy to the tune of $420-something thousand. This is our policy max. Let's max it all up. So then you start going through your closet and saying, oh, I remember, let's put down a Birkin. Let's put down bracelets. Let's put down all these things on here. Let's show receipts. However, again, y'all didn't think this through. It was confirmed that some of these items you put down, you returned. You just so happen to have the receipt. I believe that's what happened. Because, anybody that does retail shopping or whatever, when you buy something and return it, the store's going to give you back the receipt or your original receipt plus your return receipt for your statement. I've worked retail for many years. That's what we do, right? I feel like that policy needs to change, but I that's above my pay grade and whatever. But yeah, they need to change that. But it was confirmed that she returned these prospective items to the stores, right? In the respective time limit. Also, let's note that the sheriff also noted that if you bought something, they give you like a 60, 90, whatever day window, you got it, probably used it at this point, right? You probably was on the show showing off and then you returned it. Somebody at either Tyson's or Mazda Gallery, I'm trying to think, or City Center, somebody knows. Somebody knows. Those are the three that I can think of off the top of my head. High-end, high-value shopping districts here. You have Tyson's Corner, Tyson's 1 and 2. I'm just going to say Tyson's Corner. You have or had Mazda Gallery, which is in Bethesda. Somebody knows something. And when all this happened, some of the items were dating back to 2018. I know certain stores have left Mazda Gallery now. Somebody in Mazda Gallery knows. And then there's City Center, which is right in downtown DC. Between those three districts, somebody knows. I'm trying to think. Tyson's, I'm going to include that whole Fairfax area. Anyway, so these things were returned within the window. So again, fraud. What are we on, like flag number 4, flag number 5, red flag number 4 or 5? Come on, Wendy. Anyway, she sent the purchase receipts to her insurance company and the police department. They discovered, again, like I said, many of these items had been returned. Some of these receipts were showing charges way back from like 2018. Wendy, girl. These people are professionals, and the computer is always, they gonna cover themselves. Macy's, not Lennox, all these stores are gonna cover themselves. Nordstrom's, Bloomingdale's, they're gonna cover themselves. They have the documents of the receipts. Okay, come on, Wendy. But again, like I said, it became after all this investigation that, yeah, something's up. So after all of these receipts and charges were sent off, now they also have 3 different insurance companies. I'm trying to make sure I explain this part correctly. Travelers Insurance is a company. They have the Jewelers Insurance Company, and then like a home insurance. And this is where they also messed up, is the left hand definitely talks to the right hand, right? So they were calling, making a claim. I believe it's Eddie. Eddie was calling and making a claim to, let's say, Travelers, right? Then he would wait a few days and make a claim to the Jewelers Insurance Company. But he would forget to leave stuff off, forget that, oh, I told this company one thing, I told the other company something else. And they're back, they're checking each other. Baby, they are, especially to the tune of $400,000. Y'all think these people ain't gonna check? Come on now. So one of the claims was also denied because they were like, okay, your story's not matching up. Okay. But then I believe too, yeah, they signed sworn affidavits and had them notarized. Girl, what? Y'all just, I'm so mad. Anyway, had them notarized. Sworn statements or whatever else. Claimed $2,500 in building damages. Then, catch this, $450,000 in contents and personal property damages. So, baby, you claimed all the Birkins, all the jewelry, you claimed everything. You claimed every diamond that was in your house, or at least passed through your house, because they already said you returned it, right? Okay, Wendy, come on. Wendy! Ooh! Y'all, I'm just so disappointed. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, as of right now, they have posted bail. They were arrested and indicted. Let me make sure I didn't get all my notes. Yes, okay. So, going back, they were indicted October 9th and taken into police custody, Carroll County police custody. The home was searched again. Y'all, they have been following them for at least a year. Yeah, this look on my face with the blinking eyes. Girl, they've been following y'all for a year. The home was searched again. An additional 15 items that y'all claimed was on your list was still in your bedroom. Baby, call Todd, because Todd could have set this up better for y'all. What? Todd would have said, I was going to say Juicy. Josie Smollett. I can't pronounce his name for nothing. Would have set this up better for y'all. Okay? Golly. But then, so the police went through your house, found the additional items. At this point, we on red flag number 5, 6, 7. I don't even know. So, Wendy's charges. She has 7 counts of insurance fraud, 8 counts of conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, 1 count of a false statement, of creating a false statement. Eddie has 9 counts of insurance fraud, 8 counts of a conspiracy to commit insurance fraud, and 1 false statement, and the account of 1 false statement to a police officer. They both have 1 of those. Y'all, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. They did post their $50K bail in their home. You know, I saw on TikTok somebody was like literally sitting outside of their house. That's a little creepy. I want y'all not to do that. But yeah, we gonna pray for our good sis. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I think we all are here shaking our head because Wendy came onto the show with such promise. I have all these degrees. I'm fabulous, baby. I am the best thing out of Nigeria. My daddy came here, struggled. He named me after Wendy's restaurant because they gave him opportunity. So, baby, I am her. And then you doing this. Wendy. Anyway, there'll be a hearing on November 7th, I believe. It's tentative. Anyway, I may have to go. If you're in the DC area, do we need to plan a trip? We might plan a trip. But all right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I tried to sum this up very quickly. I didn't go into too much detail because I think the actual press conference was at least 20 minutes. I'm trying to keep this down. But all right, y'all. Have a good one. Be blessed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts or your thoughts on this whole thing with the Osefos, because yeah, I think we all are sitting here in shock and disappointment. Have a great day.